I don't know if you've ever told me what you think. What do you think about this car?
I love this.
You do?
This is amazing.
It is actually cool? Okay.
This is the best thing ever.
I didn't know if I was just hyping myself up a bunch, because I think it's pretty cool.
No, I truly believe this is the best thing ever.
Okay. On March 4th with Urban Drift and Clean Culture, we are hosting the craziest car meet that Dallas has seen in a very long time. Grab your tickets now. I will be there. I will be drifting, most likely doing some ride-alongs. And if you want to, you can submit your car for the Clean Culture event. And if you want to drift, you can also go to Urban Racing and you can sign up to drift as well. Drifting, car show, and my first meet and greet I've done officially in Dallas in a really long time. Also, for my Australian boys out there, I will be in Brisbane from February 20th to the 27th or something like that, 26th. Stay tuned. I'll let you guys know about the details on that. And last but not least, we're having a huge warehouse sale at 53supply.com. So head to 53supply. If you're looking for a way to support the channel, if you want to grab some merch, we've got some insanely inexpensive merch on the site now to get stock out of here to make way for the new year. Now enjoy the video. All right, guys, what's up? Back to the second video. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little intro here. This is the second video in a short series for this car being built and made. We're at this point, you can see Austin behind me working on the car. It's pretty much done. We're heading to the track tomorrow, just doing some minor things here and there, some safety equipment. To get this going, last time we left off, the car looked like you could put a hot tub in the back, and it looked really bad. Really funny way to end what I think is probably one of the coolest series and the coolest builds I've ever done. First video, really interesting way to end that off. But this video was filmed pretty sporadically because in the middle of this process, I got back into drifting and I started getting into trying to compete. So I was away a lot and I had Kevin do a lot of the welding off camera when I wasn't there. So I'll be interrupting in the interim in the middle of the video and kind of explaining what's going on. This video, we are making the cage. I guess I'll give you guys some details in the middle of this, but enjoy some of the really cool footage I've got for you of the welding and the fab. So there's one 4-plate. Pretty damn cool. This process has been super interesting because as far as we know, like I've never met anybody personally that's done anything like this to a Honda Civic. I've seen some wild dudes in like Puerto Rico and the DR and stuff like that race Hondas. They've done some interesting stuff to CRXs and made them more tubular chassis and stuff, but doing stuff like this is crazy. So what we did, how we started this was, we kept the car together as much as we could, aside from just basically taking off the roof of the car. With the roof of the car gone, there was still a lot of the chassis left to keep the car together and not warped, contorted in some sense. And so we put the middle hoop in while the car was still intact. After that was whenever I kind of started to like get into drifting. So I didn't film anything else as far as the welding the cage went. The cage was made with the car intact, meaning that the chassis is not gonna, it shouldn't be like warped and contorted and stuff like that. So after he did that, we took some of the bracing off from the inside. We basically just removed as much weight as possible. We then shortened the body a little bit. So if you can kind of see the car behind you, and I'm not trying to give away too much, but the car looks awesome now, by the way. It looks amazing. Next video, we'll move on to paint stuff. I just wanted to update you guys with that. Let's move on to the next part of the video where we basically start removing stuff and adding stuff to the car. Oh, that's sick. Taillights. You know how it goes. They don't even need to work, but it has to have some, has that taillights. You know.
Reflective something?
Just to make it look like it's kind of a car. So it gives somebody, maybe just me, hopes and dreams that it's kind of a vehicle still.
I mean, I would just do like some trailer lights, but yeah.
Oh no, dude, we gotta keep it real. I mean, you saw Leroy. Leroy still has Corvette lights. It's just not anywhere near where it used to be.
Your firewall's gonna be back there.
Damn it. Nice. Hell yeah. All right, so this is definitely one of the most interesting and silly things I have done, but I'm kind of excited to see what the hell is gonna happen with this. So I've cut about as much off as I need to and want to from the rear. I can trim some more like for aesthetics and to, to make it look a little bit nicer, but I'm not really sure exactly if that's what I'm gonna be going for at first. So I'd be curious how much this weighs now. I'd love to put it on some scales, but as you, okay, so anyways, I'm getting distracted here. You can see like all the suspension is open. I kept, you can see I didn't cut the pinch welds or anything, so the strut towers are all right. I might go ahead and get a strut tower. I know obviously like every Civic has a rear strut tower brace you can just buy on like eBay or something, so I might just buy a little strut tower brace, make sure those are stabilized. We're gonna weld some plates on the back here, make a little crash bar that'll go about as far as maybe the tires, I don't know, but the idea is, I mean, I'm not gonna be driving this thing on the road anyways, I don't think. Next, we've got the fuel cell. I'd like to make little brackets for the tail lights, so I'm actually going to be using hatchback tail lights just because I think they're cooler, and the idea, if you think it's a hatchback in your head, it's probably a cooler car. We'll probably end up doing tail lights about like so, and I think it'll look pretty cool. Cool is not exactly what I'm going for here, stylish or whatever. I think it's just gonna be insane. I can't wait for it to be like painted and all put together, because like right now it just looks weird. It's been rusty because it's been sitting out for like 3 months because I just have not had time to pull up. It's freaking nuts, dude. Damn. Breathing in some cancer too.
Oh yeah, bro.
No, it's never ideal to crash, so I will eventually need to, I think this thing might need a parachute though, so it'll be a base for, you know, but I mean it'll be tied to the chassis in a good way. So I would say less about crashing, more about just like not yanking the rear end off when I have a parachute go off. Nice. Trying to figure out the taillight situation right now. Guys, I'm just gonna say right now, I don't know how you can hate on this, if even that's a thing. This is awesome. This is just too funny. Hey. There we go, baby. And yes, these are hatch taillights because I had them sitting around and they're cooler than coupes. Gotta give these Mustangs something to look at. Now we got some tabs in for the fuel. That is the last thing we're doing here at turn 5, so we're gonna go ahead and head home. And then I think I'm gonna have Maverick come over. Maverick, maybe Jose, come over and then do a little bit of paint prep and painting. This thing all looking nice in one color. All right, boys, let's get her home. It's gonna look wild. It's gonna look wild with some paint on it. I think when it's just like all painted, it's gonna look doofy, but like it's gonna look pretty cool. This is so funny, dude. Oh my God. I wanna kind of smooth out the rear part and make it look a little bit cleaner than it is. And then I'm like, I gotta cut some more out around where the fuel cell is gonna be. It's gonna be nuts.
I'm not a certified forklift operator, but
You're not a certified one? Okay, hold on. It's good, you're good. We lost the keys. Looky there, dude. Honestly, that's probably centered on the trailer anyways because of how much weight. There's like no weight from here back, so all right, let's load her up and get home. So I ended the video here. Again, like I said, this was a very sporadic, like I would film this all over the place. And like I've said, I've been filming this car for the past like 6 months. And I think this was about 2 months ago whenever I came home with this. And when I got home, I just didn't film anything. I immediately covered it up because I didn't want you guys to see anything. Obviously the cage at this point is super, super nasty. The next video you'll see us paint and do a lot of interior stuff and make the car look a lot better. When I got home, I cut some more stuff out of the car and I started kind of shaving some stuff down. It's pretty awesome. At this point, the car is a super fantastic, weird rolling cage and it looked super dumb. I immediately started hitting it with Scotch-Brite to see how much of that rust I could get off of it. It ended up coming off super easily. So I'm excited for you guys to see the next video in the series. Again, we're gonna be painting the cage, prepping the floor, basically getting the car ready for the track. I'm trying to move this along quickly, but I wanted to show, I know like the fab stuff is interesting because I know that eventually somebody's gonna wanna go back and see the beginning of this process. And I'm trying to like elaborate and show, even though this is like some really dumb, silly details, I think people will appreciate these types of videos or these 2 videos in particular eventually when the car is done and it's performing, it's on the track, it's driving. So at this point, the car's ready to go. Got a track day tomorrow, gonna be shaking it down, and you guys will see that here very shortly. We're finalizing up some stuff now with Austin. We're just doing fuel system stuff, making sure that it complies with NHRA safety specs, that sort of deal. If you guys are liking these videos, make sure you guys just drop a comment for me. It does some stuff. I don't know if it actually does anything anymore in the algorithm, but drop a comment, like the video. And per usual, I'm gonna leave you guys off with some daily advice. My advice for you guys today is supporting someone else's success will never dampen your own. A lot of narcissistic people out there are so scared to support their friends or their local family and friends, whatever it is. And not even that, but like even like people that we don't necessarily know, maybe it's a YouTuber, maybe it's someone else, it's a mutual friend, but like supporting someone else will never harm your own success. Has nothing, they're actually completely exclusive. Being proud of someone for the things that they've accomplished, supporting their business, big or small, it will never hinder your own success. And a lot of people have this mentality that like, if you're helping somebody, it's taking away, it's degrading your own chance of success. No, you're just a dick and you don't like being happy for people. Supporting someone else's success is good for the soul. It's great for the soul. It makes you feel better as a person, and it'll make you happier, I promise. But it'll never take away from your own success. Believe that, write it down, put it in your head today. Make sure you guys get your tickets for the March 4th event here very soon, here in Texas. If you guys are in Texas, we're gonna be having this crazy huge event with clean culture and urban drift. There's gonna be drifting, it's a car show, it's gonna be absolutely mad, like it's gonna be wild. It's my first meet and greet and hangout session for a while. I'm gonna try to get my 240 ready. It's being kind of
pain in the ass right now. But I'm gonna try to be drifting at least. Love you guys. Make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on. I'll see you guys next video. Deuce.